Hey everybody, welcome back to Northernlion Plays the Binding of Isaac Afterbirth Plus. We got so much to do. Don't say it. I know you're gonna say so much to see. I know you're gonna say so much wrong. We're taking the back streets. We just did a greed mode run. I'm kind of more conscious about variety now that there's only one Isaac run a day. So I think here's how I'm gonna set up my plan today. Second run of the day is gonna be Azazel greed mode so that we can unlock Lilith, and then we can do a Lilith run after that. But I think for now, we can actually afford to random on hard mode and hopefully just get a character we have not achieved something on, and that can give us our goal. I was gonna laugh so hard if it gave us, Azazel, although I guess that wouldn't have mattered. So our post-it note shows we have not done the Cathedral as Eve. 2KL3RY16, Ry16. That would be like my nickname if I was a professional athlete who wore the number 16. I'm not, though. So I'm Ry 28, you know? And every year it keeps getting a little bit on the older side. I'm excited to play some Isaac. Like, to be honest, I've been in, I wouldn't say a funk this week, but I've had scholastic obligations that have been like a serious drain on my time. Willingly, but at the same time, you know, I took an exam yesterday. I'm trying to get in the habit of, not saying I wrote an exam, because even though that's how we say it in Canada, every time I say wrote an exam, everyone goes, oh, well, what questions are you gonna put on it, and blah, blah, you know, it's, hey, speak my English language or get out, apparently, but, and it went well, so I'm, like, free at last on my own little version of summer vacation that allows me to play a little bit of The Binding of Isaac, which I'm quite happy with, because, good lord. Maybe, it's not really fair, but I'm gonna use that as justification for relatively poor play lately, and just use this as the opportunity to do a soft reset, even though our last episode was, that greed episode where we won, mostly thanks to car battery and shears. There's been some Isaac episodes recently that haven't been, like, 10 out of 10 in terms of, like, gameplay quality. We're gonna nip that in the bud. We do also, I know we have a bomb, so we can get this tinted rock, or the one that was we were aware of previously. I would prefer to get to full Whore of Babylon state before we do that, just so we have the extra DPS for the next floor, but apart from that, we're good. I like that we randomed a character that we don't have to do boss rush on, so we can sort of like ease into it, take our time. This can be like a standard 7 Isaac day for me. And that might sound like a lot of Isaac. It's really not. That's like, you know, 5 hours of Isaac. 5 hours of Isaac to kill. It lives in... Okay, I mean, I'm not enough of an Iron Maiden fan to follow through with that reference the whole way, but I do remember that 2 Minutes to Midnight was on the Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 4 soundtrack, so... It's not that I dislike Iron Maiden. I'm only cursorily aware of their catalog, you know? I'm aware of The Trooper. I'm aware of 2 Minutes to Midnight. I'm aware of Out of the Silent Planet, because my college roommate really liked Out of the Silent Planet. And whenever he would get, well, not whenever, but many times when he was intoxicated, he would play Out of the Silent Planet and sing along. Out of the Silent Planet, out of the Silent Planet we go. Something like that. It's been like 11 years, but you get the idea. Where was that other rock tinted? There it is. Got tons of bombs now. Alright, try for a secret room. I mean, what do you think? You pick up the HP? I'm gonna weigh out the pros and cons here of taking HP. The con is that it takes us immediately out of the Whore of Babylon state, and it makes it harder to get into the permanent Whore of Babylon state. The pro is that we have a chance of getting an arcade on the next floor, and if we get an arcade on the next floor, it gives us the Whore of Babylon stuff doesn't matter as much, and it gives us the ability to play it a little longer. But I think we want to stick with this, because our damage is actually 2.63 while we're not in the Whore of Babylon state. We didn't really get much that raises our damage on this floor. Like, I refuse to count Little Loki as like a big damage improvement for us, which I think is extremely understandable. This gives us the ability to actually, like, kill enemies fairly easily, which is nice. And, dude, Golden Key, one of my favorite additions to this game, allows us to actually open that up. I mean, Oh, why would you pick it up, you idiot? I'm gonna actually drop Super Magnet. I just wanted to pick it up to make sure we had it on record. Super Magnet is, in my opinion, kind of a garbage trinket because it also pulls enemies towards you, which makes it almost unusable in my personal opinion, but it's like a strange attractor, but for like your whole body. It works for your body, pulls enemies towards you magnetically, you know. There's a second part to Rod Stewart's chorus, but I cannot make it, no. Then it goes. I don't know why that's Pingu singing. If you, Do You Think I'm Sexy? I think it's Do You Think I'm Sexy. Probably my favorite song about intercourse by an octogenarian. Oh, he was only a septuagenarian when he wrote it. Now, check our... That's absurd, is what I meant to say. But check our shop. We have Kamikaze, which is actually just terrible. Unless we get Pyromaniac or Host Hat, I suppose. But we're also guaranteed, more or less, to get a deal with the devil. Kamikaze takes your top heart. Like, it takes your... It takes your spirit heart, right? Yeah, it takes half a spirit heart per play. It's actually not that bad. I thought it was a full spirit heart per play. It means that... And this is like the lamest, most domestic use of, you know, an item that allows you to make explosions. But it means that for free, we can probably blow, or for a small cost, we can probably blow up tinted rocks and get more value than we otherwise would have. Although we would never want to do this unless we have 0 bombs. So it's kind of a, it's still a pretty bad pickup if I'm being straight up with you. Now again, we're in kind of a weird spot here because I really would like to take... Halo, and I think I probably will regardless, but I don't really want to ruin our Whore of Babylon state. So is Halo... I'm in this weird position where I'm like, I think Halo is worse than most people give it credit for. I think... And I'm guilty of this for a long time as well, being like, oh, it's an all-stats upgrade, it can do no wrong. And in many situations, that is a very, I would say, a productive line of thinking. It's like highly not worth it, but I think we'll take it. Our damage is gonna be just god awful, but I think you still take it. Cause the tiers upgrade doesn't go anywhere. All we need to do is find one shop, or sorry, one arcade eventually, and we should be okay in that department. I'm also gonna donate 3 cents, hoping to pick up maybe like a luck upgrade. It also jammed up our donation machine, so. I mean, that's what you get, I suppose. Yeah, so our tiers upgrade or speed upgrade, I mean, it's a complicated sentence for me to try to parse here, but essentially, we made ourselves worse temporarily in every category except for our rate of fire, to make ourselves better eventually in every category, but it is a little bit of a gamble. I wouldn't say, like a year ago, I would have taken Halo and just been like, sick, it's Halo. I don't know why I said it like that, but... I said it like Bear Taffy talking about Halo the video game. Bear is a slice of all of our personalities, by the way. This is gonna sound like a little bit of a backhanded compliment. I actually don't mean it like that. Bear is like all of... I mean this is genuine sincerity. Genuine? As genuine sincerity, because I've grown up... I'm not the most cynical person on Roundtable. I might be like the second most optimistic, but I'm definitely not the same young man who was reading, you know, official PlayStation magazine in the year 2001 and being like, everything in this magazine is gonna change the face of games forever, you know? I'm a little jaded. I might be one of the more jaded members of Roundtable, I'll admit. Because when I see marketing for something that looks cool, I'm like, yeah, I mean, if they can deliver on that, that's cool, but they probably won't, so I'm not, like... I don't even have to prevent myself from getting excited about games for the most part. I just, like, don't. It just doesn't tap into that excitement anymore. I get excited about cool systems in games that I am playing. Like, you know, I did that Let's Look At for Anti-Hero. I had a fun time playing Anti-Hero. I thought that game was pretty fun. I have a fun time playing PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds. It's not that It's not that I dislike playing video games, it's just like, you know, stuff like E3 and, like, advanced marketing has kind of lost its luster, but not so for the Taffy of Bear. He loves getting hyped for games and, you know, even franchises that have burned him. And you might look at that as a little bit of naivete, but I look at it as clinging on to, you know, a little bit of optimism and inner child that, to be honest, I'm loath to have lost for myself. It's turned me into the, you know, rusted old curmudgeon you see in front of you today. Which is good for commentary purposes, because I think it leads to some uniqueness, but I do miss, and maybe I win out in the end by feeling superior, but I do miss a little bit of that sense of excitement, but at the same, I would be faking it if I was like, oh, I can't wait for the new Halo. Did you see the new Cortana design? It looks amazing. Just not that kind of guy I am anymore. Oh, dude, Potato Peeler is like ideal right now. So we actually should be stacked here. No, if we're talking about roundtable archetypes, I'm the pro-business guy. You know, everybody else is like, Bethesda's selling a 75-cent t-shirt with the Doom logo on it in their game. Should they be, you know, run out of business? And I go, well, maybe the market should decide. No! I'm admittedly dealing with caricatures of my co-host at this point, but it's because I'm not a businessman. I'm a businessman, so I'm sympathetic to business interests. Won't somebody think of the businesses for once? We should probably, first off, stop this anti-consumer line of reasoning. Secondly, oh, there's no spirit hearts to be had. So we should be very, very cautious here. Oh, I do like it. Potato Peeler's more interesting, but I mean, there's no but really to put after that. Tammy's head is better, but it's also much more commonly used. And Potato Peeler has definitely more, like, uncertainty associated with it, which I think right now is a good thing. So let's just roll with Potato Peeler, and hopefully on the next floor we'll find, yeah, we have no bombs, huh? Hopefully on the next floor we'll find some Spirit Hearts early. Otherwise we could find ourselves in a tight spot, but honestly this is kind of what I needed right now, is a run that's a little bit on the difficult side, but also quite dynamic. I will say though, one Spirit Heart is like, that's the most dangerous lead in hockey, you know? Because you feel like you have the ability to survive a hit, but probably like a third of the enemies or obstacles in the game will actually hurt you for one full red heart even before the womb. So we certainly are gonna be very wary about the way that we're playing this one, because it's a little scary. That's mostly what I was concerned with right there. I don't know if it's possible to not take damage on that room. Ooh, well, you know, obviously we're doing more damage, it shouldn't be a problem, but just stay cool, you know, stay loose. Stay slurpy, that's what we say in Canada. Yas, Bob's Curse. Magic Mush, please? You gotta look. Yeah, that's why you gotta look. That's luck, but also a good play to be in that lucky position. So, I will tolerate very little dissent about, you know, saved. You gotta know when to bomb them. Know when to 2-on drop on Stenoma, know when to load explode on Edward Hawthorne, and know when to stop looting woo-woo. You never count your, I don't know any other Ultima Online terms. I only know the video that Dan keeps linking us to, and I watch it every time. I see you looting. I'm not looting. Great work. We're back. That's all it took, was like a couple of Spirit Hearts that were up to no good, started making trouble in the neighborhood. No, we're actually like, to say that we're set is probably not fair, but we're in a much, much more comfortable position now. We can actually get hit like at least 3 times, as opposed to possibly once. So thank you, Balls of Steel, and also that random Spirit Heart. And dude, we probably can make boss rush happen here. It's amazing how quickly you can turn from one to the other. I don't know if I've ever seen... I'm normally pretty good at the runtime construction of metaphors and analogies, but I can't really think of an example. It's like the 2012 Los Angeles Kings, you know, oh, that's so good. Coming out of the West Coast as an 8 seed, and then they go on to win the Stanley Cup in dominant fashion. You know, that doesn't happen very often. It's a rarity, to be certain. And, I mean, it just got even better there. Magic Mush is the damage multiplier. I don't think it's 2 times damage multiplier. I think it's like 1.8, but I didn't see. I'm saying that based on recent anecdotal reports of mine. We have, like, you know, 4 damage, and then it goes up to, like, you know, 7.2 instead of going up to 8. But it's not like that matters too much. The whole scheme of things. People probably started by telling me it was a 1.8 damage multiplier, and then they're like, this idiot's never gonna listen to us. Just say it's 2, and maybe, like, it gives us an extra small chance he'll catch on. Could be a secret room. Oh, definitely will not be a secret room. So yeah, everything on this run ended up working out okay, and it's amazing how quickly it popped back into place after basically being on the brink of death. Like, we also did not get a particularly easy room for that one room that we had 0, ooh, that was close. Or that we had 0 tolerance for, you know? We had a room that was not super tough, but one that I would say is also completely plausible that we could have taken damage on it. We got 12.01 damage, extremely good. We do have a small bead on the Guppy Dream, so I think you do want to peep this and see if you get lucky. One of these could be Balls of Steel, I've forgotten. Bad trip. Luck up. That's fine. We also got a Lucky Penny in there, so... Dude, ever since we unlocked Lucky Penny, that's like a dream come true. Oh! 3 luck now. You guys ever, what writing utensil did you use in school? This is becoming like a Dan Plays with Randoms Battlegrounds video. Which I would... Dude, I'm not in the interest of getting you guys to click away from my content, but if you somehow find yourselves devoid of entertainment to watch, I cannot recommend enough Dan Giesling playing with random people in PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds. It's just, it's good old-fashioned fun, because, you know, the game exists. And it is compelling to watch, I think, but more so it's Dan interviewing a stranger over the course of like 20 to 45 minutes. Like, he did a video and he was matched with this guy called Drugi, who is like a young adult scholar. Well, he wasn't a scholar, he just reads a lot, I guess, but he's from South Africa originally. And he and Dan had like this conversation, and by conversation I mostly mean Dan asks him like one question and then this guy talks for like 10 minutes. He made himself out to be like a very nice guy. Then at the end of the... Dan's just grilling him the whole time. And then at the end of the video, they die. Spoilers. And Drugi is like, hey, you want to be friends? And Dan just like mutes him and goes, hey, everybody, thanks for watching the video. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, come back next time. And let's go. Meanwhile, Drugi's in the background, like in tears probably. He just talked to he spilled his life story to this guy for like... Oh, that's so good. For like almost an hour, and then he just gets thrown away like, you know, yesterday's garbage. Now that Dan's video is done. I'm not gonna, you know, start a crowdsourcing campaign or something, but I really wish Dan would at least friend Drugi. Drugi was also in the comments for the video, and he's like, I don't mind, it was a fun video to be a part of. Seems like an affable gentleman. You should friend him, Daniel. You guys have a history. Friend Drugi! Dude, our damage is popping off. So, I'm gonna give up on the idea of going to boss rush, and instead I'm gonna go straight for, this 5 room, just for kicks, basically. But yeah, I can't recommend that enough. That's high quality content. He was in another video. Oh, what was this? I'm trying to remember. Oh, it's like... Duos with the biggest memer ever. It's just a dude keeps saying, like, can I get a boneless pizza? Over and over. That one, you know, I'm gonna give that episode like a 7. The Drugi episode is actually like a 9, though. Also, watching Dan play Battlegrounds explains so much about why our Battlegrounds perform. I'm not saying I'm the best Battlegrounds player. You know, if you've been watching my video, you understand. I'm not crushing it in that department either, but some of the... I'm like, dude. It's like getting to the final circle, all he has is a micro Uzi. I didn't even know it was possible to not have 2 guns by the time you got to the final circuit. It doesn't make sense to me. If you don't play Battlegrounds, you're probably like, what is this guy talking about? Just... That's like making it... You know, it's like playing a self-sacrifice room to get to the, like, the lamb floor while you have 4 damage. It's a bad idea. So I'm gonna be a little ballsy here and peep this. And, dude, Curse of the Tower has been showing up, like, non-stop. Like, is this an Indian restaurant? Because, for starters, the naan don't stop. Alright, feast... Marry, kill. Naan bread, roti. I can't think of a third Indian or South Asian flatbread. Pita? I mean, it's not really... Pita's not really South Asian or Indian, obviously, but... I gotta be honest, I know people that are extremely pro-roti. I do like it, don't get me wrong. If I order some Indian food and they're like, we don't have naan, is roti okay? I'm like, yeah. Yes! But I'm a naan man at heart. It's, you know, just lighter, airier, crispier. The roti's got a nice, like, don't get me wrong, it's got a nice hardiness to it. Nice firmness. It's got a good, what do they say in the bread industry? It's got a good crumb. It's got a great crumb to it. I don't know if that's what they say in the bread industry. I was just taking a guess. It's like when you have a scotch, you kind of run it along the glass. You ever see like a scotch enthusiast in a movie do that? They roll the scotch back and forth in the glass, and then they see how it sticks to the side of the glass, and no matter what happens, you go, nice legs. That's step one if you want to be like a scotch enthusiast. I'm telling you straight up. I'm giving you the keys to the kingdom. I'm not a scotch enthusiast myself, but I lived with a guy who was. He didn't tell me this. I just picked up on it. You could buy, he's like, oh, I got a nice scotch here. I'm going to take it just because I don't think we've had it yet. Even if we have, we're still safe. But, you get like a nice scotch, and you'd be like, ooh, nice legs. You get like a $1, well, not a dollar scotch, that's ridiculous, but you like $1 per ounce scotch, roll it around in the glass. This one's got some nice legs to it. I can, like, if you're approaching adulthood, I'll give you the secret. If you ever want to order wine at a restaurant, but you want to feel like fancy, or you want to like impress somebody despite not having the knowledge to do so, you just when the server comes by and is like, hey, can I get you something to drink? You go, we're looking for a bottle of wine, what would you recommend? And then they'll give you something, and then just order the cheapest thing on the menu anyway, because it at least makes it look like you weren't gonna do it in advance. And then it makes it look like you got a good eye for bargains, because you're like, oh, I've taken your opinion under advisement. But don't actually do that. It makes you're just wasting their time. But anyway, whenever you order a beer, go, yeah, I was thinking of getting the X, but do you know what the IBU on that is? And, you know, depending on where you are, they might be like, yes. Or they might be like, I have no idea. And you go, oh, that's okay, I'll just take it anyway. What is, oh, this is Mr. Meeseeks, right? Yeah, it like might be the best item in the game, but also I sort of hate it. But it can steal items for us, so let's give it a try. These are things, by the way, I would never suggest that you actually do, because it's gonna take you. I mean, the servers are gonna hate you. It's not really their job to like you, but you should be nice to them. And that's wasting their time. You know, they got a lot of tables, mister. That's all I'm trying to say. Okay. I'm giving you the secret. What you should not do, no, we don't want that, we don't want that. Just wait it out. Is do what Michael A. Fox used to do and be like, you know, hey, what do you have? And they'll be like, oh, what do you recommend? Oh, I like to drink a gallon of fruit punch with a single eyedropper full of red wine inserted into it. Oh, yeah, I mean, I'll take that. I've told the story before, but Went to McDonald's with him one time. It's the simplest place to order food of all time. Trying to be a smart guy, goes up to the counter. What do you like to get here? And she's like, I like to get 4 chicken McNuggets from the Happy Meal and a, Tuscan chicken snack wrap. I can guarantee you that is not what that man wanted to eat. He wanted her to say, like, quarter pounder with cheese. Instead, she gave him this weird, secret menu hack that it's not enough food for, after a night drinking some high IBU beers. All you can do is laugh. That's what happens when you put on airs, I guess. I keep doing it to myself here. I'm still a little scared about this situation, though. We're not in a beautiful spot when it comes to our HP. And we do have to beat the cathedral. It's not hard to beat the cathedral, necessarily. But I'd prefer to not have to do it on 1 HP. So let's see if we can make that dream a reality. Red Mom, easy Mom. And also Sailor's Delight. We can actually get permanent Polaroid invincibility now. Wait, don't we have the chest unlocked now? We went down to the chest on a recent run, at least. So I think we might have the chest unlocked. I don't know why I'm holding the Fool card, by the way. I guess, even in my head, I looked at my damage and was like 15 damage, 6 rate of fire. How could we miss boss rush? Well, we went a little slowly. And we also, ooh, I hate this. You know what? That's a perfect... I was not confident that we wouldn't get hit there. We went a little slowly, and we also did the depths one twice, so... My favorite zany actor, Johnny Depp's one twice. He's from Bavaria. Is he German? No, he's not German, he's Bavarian. You Philistine. Isn't he French? No! He's from the south of France. It's completely different. There's a bit in there, but I don't think the bit has any legs, if you know what I mean. At least I saved it with an accidental callback to the Scotch Snob. A character that will absolutely never take off. Syringe? No. Syringe, 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 syringe. I know what 1% of you out there are thinking. NL, was that a reference to Jens Lekman's 2007 album Night Falls Over Cortadala? You got it, Buster. I'm here to make the most accessible references of all time. You could say I'm here to get her done. No, that's illegal what you've done to me there. I'm just gonna be straight with you. I'm a little cheesed because we've been playing real well. There's a tinted rock on this room. We've been playing real well for a couple of floors now, but devoid of any tackling fuel. It's alright, we're gonna finish this floor. That might be a second secret room. Good deal with the devil chance, and we can use Mr. Meeseeks to steal an item. Speed down's not bad. Balls of Steel is beautiful. We're up to 6 luck, and X-Lax is meaningless. Okay. Mr. Meeseeks, I think, is, like, awful from a damage dealing perspective, so I'm saving it to get free deal with the devil items, like a reusable kind of credit card, I guess. You can also steal shop items, I suppose, which we maybe should have done on the depths too, but we've passed that train up a long time ago. I feel like we've had a lot of runs lately where it just seems like the spirit hearts have been a little dry. And that could be operator error, just not finding them, even though they exist. And it could be part of a larger conspiracy to exclusively impact my game and my game alone. Wake up, sheeple, of course. Don't need battery. I mean, we could use our battery charges to actually use Mr. Meeseeks for the first time ever. I would like to do Hush, honestly. Within like the last 5 minutes, we've completely changed the camber of this run. Is that a real word? Was I trying to say timbre? timbre might be real. It's like something you do with like a machine that articulates. We're not even gonna get to use Mr. Masix, dude. The thing is, we don't have enough HP to do the Hush fight. If we got a lot of HP somehow, I'd consider it, but right now it just doesn't make any darn sense for us to pursue that, sadly. We have given away a little bit of HP that we probably shouldn't have, but that's half the fun of Isaac, you know? If you can't make some bad decisions in Isaac after, you know, a million hours of the game, gotta take a long, hard look in the mirror. By the mirror, I mean my button. No, that's... You're taking advantage of the sanctity of the joke at that point. Thank you very much. I appreciate the spirit heart. And I appreciate the other spirit heart in advance. We really have only been hit, like, twice since the Depths 2. Or since maybe the Depths 1, now that I think about it, but still, gotta be a little bit vigilant. We're not rolling in HP. What did we get that allowed us to break the tier cap, by the way? Screw? You learn something new every day that you then proceed to forget because you do, like, you know, 9 Isaac episodes today, and none of the information can actually stay in your brain because you're never giving yourself a chance to, you know, keep the information, or like to categorize the information. To actually store it properly. You're just throwing it in a haphazard pile. It makes it harder to retrieve later. Okay. So this is one thing unlocked for us here. Let's make a guess. I like playing this game. What do you get when you beat the Cathedral as Eve? I am going to say that you unlock the Razor Blade, because it's very much in keeping with Eve's style of gameplay, which is that you hurt yourself to hurt enemies disproportionately more than you hurt yourself. So I'm going to assume that this is the Razor Blade. It's nothing, apparently. At least not yet. Hear me out here. Okay. That actually completely worked. We have so much luck. We should go, like, do rooms. We should fight Mega Satan, dude. Knocking out Mega Satan is, like, one of the most finicky things that you could ever do as any of these characters. It's not necessarily hard, but it's better to do it as soon as you get the chance, I think, rather than, you know, trying to create the perfect run to do it, which normally requires angel statues. And angel statues are, like, the furthest thing from a guarantee in this whole freaking game, so, we can just knock it out on this one, that would be perfect. But I would like to see a little bit more HP first. The bombs aren't really worth anything. I mean, neither is, you know, Mr. Meeseeks in this situation. I don't know, maybe we can drop him on Mega Satan and it'll do some damage. How do you have 6 luck, do 6 rooms, and not get any items out of them? We also have Contract from Below, so I'm looking for, like, doubled items. This is the whole point of having 6 luck at this point. It's not like it gives us a better chance to, you know, dodge bullets. But when we're ready, it means that we won't have to. That's the more... I was gonna say the Prometheus promise, but I'm trying to say the Morpheus promise, but my brain is not letting me get the words out because it's literally something that sounds like the bad guy's plan from a Mission Impossible movie. It's the Morpheus promise. And you're like, oh, what's the Morpheus promise? Then you find out an hour and a half into the movie that it's actually like, the Morpheus promise is actually like a biological weapon. Turns you into that sweaty Lawrence Fishburne from the interrogation scene in The Matrix 1. Nobody wants to be sweaty Lawrence Fishburne. Are you actually kidding me? Because we've done like almost... probably at this point half the floor. I'm not asking for the world. I'm just asking for, you know, a single payout here, which would actually be a double payout, but that's not my fault. I picked up the item earlier, and now I'm looking to collect. I wonder if we kill Blue Baby but don't get in the chest, do we get the Blue Baby unlock as well? Because if that's the case, we have a fairly obvious course of action to knock out as much as we can on this very run. Don't jump, don't jump, don't jump. We're good. Oh, finally. Yeah, we get Fat Odd Mushroom and a Guppy transformation. So the Guppy transformation changes everything. Fat Odd Mushroom is kind of a tough call, because it does give us damage. It doesn't ruin Whore of Babylon. The damage is small, and we're going to lose permanent Polaroid invincibility. Either way, I can't complain anymore, because 6 luck just got us Guppy. So we'll start by finding Blue Baby, which is right here. Good card, please. Acceptable card. Yeah, that's fine. This might be the biggest Blue Baby stomp we've ever had. In fact, it might be like the first Blue Baby kill we've ever had on this run. And I guess with 5 hearts, we're just going to give it a shot. This is actually like a really, really accomplished run. I'm quite happy with it. Let's just do like our last few rooms here first. We're killing everything very, very quickly. Good random roll, dude. So, no, we actually can't use the Forget Me Now. That sucked. Because if we use the Forget Me Now, it'll spawn us on a new floor. We'll lose Mr. Meeseeks. Oh, no. And then we won't be able to get back in the Mega Satan door. Nice. At this point, we gotta go for it. Excuse me? Well, it's a good indication of how strong we are if we get through this without getting hit. Which it looks like we will. So we did all that. Oh, Shoop the Whoop is actually totally fine for our boss fight, and a prayer card gives us 1 extra hit, so maybe I'm okay with that. And our final room. Nice. Alright. Well, it's going to make it a little... Oh, there's one more room left, but whatever. It's going to make it a little tougher, but that's okay. I think we just Shoop the Whoop when we get to that wave that's like the 4 mini-bosses. Oh, we should have killed Famine last. But honestly, with the amount of damage we're doing, by the time I realize I'm shooting at the less efficient enemy, it's already too late. Like, they die so quickly that we especially with the flies, we can't really turn it around on them. So you should be done. Yeah, that was really good. Angel statues shouldn't even get a chance to basically exist before they die. And with Shielded Tears, I'm not really concerned here. It's like a 35-minute run that is taking out so many different things on the Eve checklist here. Cathedral, Mega Satan, possibly Blue Baby as well. Definitely Mega Satan, though. And once you kill Mega Satan, you get the ending, so it's not like we could have forgotten me now after this. Oh, no, wait, we totally could have. Dude, you have to. You actually have to. I'm not even salty about going to the, Oh, Sack Knife has appeared in the basement. Dead Boy achieved. Okay. A new pill has appeared. Lil Baby's appeared. I'm not salty in the least about this, because, we have to knock it out. So we did ruin permanent Polaroid invincibility, but in my defense, I thought that was going to be the final floor, so... and we have exactly the right item for this floor as well. Obviously, we're looking to fight Delirium last. And I'll level with you. I think we're not guaranteed... We're Guppy, that's right. We're not guaranteed to beat Delirium. We're low on HP. This could be Delirium, too. Okay, we got lucky. We're not guaranteed to beat him. We need more HP. He's extremely tanky. That's Spun, I think. So I like it. Another pill. Balls of Steel? I'm drowsy. Great pill for the Hush. If we can... Or for Delirium. If we can guarantee that pill for Delirium, that raises our odds greatly. But I'm not going to walk in there with a random pill and then use it on Delirium because... I'm excited would be like a nightmare. I don't think it's a Tinted Rock, but we gotta look. That one's, it's just kind of obscured, so it's hard to tell. It's just kind of obscured. You probably haven't seen it. We have already had Magic Mush. Infested is fine. Blind Rage. Blind Rage is probably a good take right here. What stat bonus do we get for that? It's actually real minor right now. But we don't need I mean, we don't at all need... Bad gas, balls of steel. Let's go. Okay. We don't at all need Liberty Cap, so... I think that this is actually going to be completely okay. We'll just try to finish with the Shoop-the-Whoop, but, I mean, we don't even have to finish with the Shoop-the-Whoop. We could just hold on to our full charge and be fine. It's a, like, really heavyweight fight here. He's already, like, 70% dead. I'm not quite 70% dead, maybe like 40%. So it looks like we're probably going to come away with the W here. This is a really, really, really strong run. We checked off like every posted note that we were missing. Didn't take a lot of dumb damage and really like a dream run. We knocked out so much Eve stuff here that we never have to worry about again. So we'll be back tomorrow with an Azazel Green mode run. Just letting you know if you want to skip that one. Apart from that, thanks for watching. We'll try to make it fun as we give ourselves a chance to unlock Lilith. For now, thanks for watching, and let's take a look at this posted note, dude. Look at that. Either way, I'll see you next time.